Everybody, we're here for another 2 for Tuesday. This is brought to us by Mr. Tom over at Knife Delights. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Tell him BigJ sent you over. And while you're subbed to that channel, go ahead and sub to a secondary channel called History Delights. There's a lot of great content on both of those channels. Now today we're going to come at you with two mini trappers, two case mini trappers we have here. What makes these unique is both of these are in the carbon steel, the carbon CV steel. And I picked both these up at the flea market I always go to. This one here I got years ago. This is if we look here, it's got 1X, so this is a 2009 model, I believe. The fit and finish on these are always usually pretty superb. You know, they got the half stops. This one here is finished pretty decent. The clip point does ride a little bit to the pile side, but I don't think she has any blade rub or anything to worry about. She's just a pretty superb looking knife. But this is made out of some type of red peach seed jig, I believe. Not 100% sure. I didn't get a matching box with this one. I don't think it even came with a box, honestly. But this is a look at two. When I buy a trapper, I really like the mini trappers just because of the action that they have. You know, they always have the half stops. These are the 6207 models. If we look at the tank stamp on this one, you know, we got the USA 6207 for the mini trapper designation, and then your CV for that chrome vanadium carbon steel. And again, I've had this one for years. Really never used it. Just bought it and it kind of got put up in a display and kind of just let her sit there. I just keep her oiled. I pull her out once every few months and make sure I put some oil on it. Make sure the blade isn't starting to patina too bad. And if we look, you know, we've done a pretty good job at caring for this over the years. So, you know, it's only dark down here by the tang stamp. So, you know, it's where she rubs up and down on that pivot. So there's a 6207 2009 model, I believe. And these right here, you know, the clip point on these are going to be about 2.7. Actually, both blades are like 2 3/4 inches for the total blade length. And then closed, these come in at 3.5 inches. So, and we can open them up and kind of see, you know, how long they are total. We'll put this on the 7. She goes all the way to probably 13 1/4. So she's about 6 1/4 inches long open. These blades right here are. So now let's look at this one here. Now this one here is a little special because it's the whiskey bone. Now I believe this one right here is a 16 model. We got 4 X's there. So, you know, you subtract from 2020 and you get 2016 to give you your year for these. With that style case artwork on it. Or scroll work, whatever you want to call it. But I like these, that orangish style bone. And then that kind of designated whiskey bone shield that comes with these, that pewter colored shield that you have. Now this one here, you know, she's pretty tight. She's pretty decent. No blade rub on any of these, I don't believe. I haven't really looked close at this thing, but you know, it's just a phenomenal blade. And let's open the old spade blade here. Got tons of oil on it. This still has the factory burr on it as well. You can feel it when you rub your hand up and down it. But if you look here, you got the USA 6207 CV again on this one as well. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to weigh these as well and kind of compare them to a full-size trapper if I can get one out here. And just kind of show you the difference in the two. But let's get the old scales out, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able, I might have to move this stuff back a hair. Shove that back. So what we'll do is we'll just get a full-size trapper out. I don't know. There's me one right there. So here's a full size, and we look at it compared to a mini trapper. There's quite a big difference in the two. This is probably 4 1/4 inches. It's probably a full 3/4 inches longer than that mini trapper. So let's weigh these. Mini trapper, it says, now I looked on the website and it said 2.7 ounces on these. So let's see what the whiskey bone comes in at. 2.55 ounces. So the whiskey bone is actually a little bit lighter than this peach seed style jigging. Let's look and see if we can tell why. It does look like it's a little bit thicker. Honestly, the older one looks like it's a little thicker. Both these are fairly tight on the back springs too. Fairly good fit and finish on these back springs. But 2.55 on this, and I believe this was 2.6. So 2.6, 2.55. Now let's look at the full size trapper and bone stag. 4.1. So, you know, about 1.5 ounce difference on those. So let's look at this one. If you look at that, you know, there's no half stop on that full-size trapper, whereas your mini trapper does have that half stop. So we can tell that there is quite a difference in the two blades, you know. This is a little pocket dropper, something small. You know, if you're going to go out with the wife for dinner or something and you want to be a little classy, you put something like this in your pocket, you know. If you're wanting to get some work done for the day, maybe you're going hunting or something, or doing some work around the farm, you know, going to carry something like this. But the action on these just aren't as good as the mini trappers. You know, you definitely got a lot more blade to work with. And then, you know, you got your spade blade here. Everyone loves a spade blade. Everyone's trying to explain to Doom Crew what a spade blade is for. You're trying to tell the guy with the most knowledge about case knives on YouTube about a spade blade. Makes zero sense. You know, there's some characters that make some comments on these videos, but it is what it is. So yeah, there's a look at them. You know, we got the two minis and then the full size. But this video is about the mini trappers that we have here. Definitely really like them. Definitely think they are a classy knife. More of a gentleman style carry, I would say, you know. Not too many people are taking these and castrating hogs or anything with them anymore these days, I don't believe. But this one here, and the whiskey bone, because I got the whiskey bone tribal lock as well. So what I'm going to try to do is also I want to find a sod buster in whiskey bone. If anyone's got a lock on a tribal bone or a whiskey bone sod buster to kind of go with the other two that I have, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit me up, and I'd definitely probably buy it, honestly. So yeah. But guys, this is it. This is my video. We're up to 7 minutes. We're just making her nice and short tonight, showing you a couple of carbon steel mini trappers. Alright, hey, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Alright guys, and don't forget to check out Happy Hour live chat this Sunday. We got no other than Terry's Knives and Man Stuff coming on. So be sure you tune in for that. He was actually a guest on RJ's live last Sunday, and I hit him up and asked him to be on ours, and he's going to. And he's also going to be on RJ's again this weekend. Now, his starts, I believe, at 12:30 on Sunday, my time. So it'd be 10:30 Pacific time, and then 1:30 Eastern time. And then ours, Happy Hour live chat, is going to be 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. So guys, be sure you tune in. This weekend, it's all going to be about Terry. We're going to get to know him a little better. What he likes, what his grails are, what he's chasing. You know, you guys, if you've seen this channel, you know he loves them traditional blades. So be sure you tune in for that and kind of support him with that. All right, guys, because we need to get him a lot more subs. He needs to be to 1,000. All right, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment.